Hello everyone, the 316 here, back with another Mcfarlane Toys review. We have a double review this time. On the left, we have the DC Multiverse 7-inch Batman Beyond from the JokerBot Build-A-Figure Wave, and on the right, we have the Page Punchers Batman Beyond. Both of these individually retail for $24.99 and $9.99. I was able to get mine a little bit cheaper though. On the left, I got that from the Mcfarlane Toy Store for I think $19.99. Not sure if it's still there, but if you want to go check, go ahead. On the right, the Page Punchers, I actually got that for $4.99 at Target very recently. Last weekend, I think? About a week ago. Anyway, glad to have both of these. And almost forgot to put that in the shot. I'll just slide that in there real quick. You didn't see anything. So starting off with the Page Punchers, I want to get this out of the way first. This is my first Page Punchers figure. It's a comic book and a little action figure of a previously released or upcoming Mcfarlane Toys 7-inch DC Multiverse figure. As you can see, this one comes with a tiny Batman Beyond. It comes with a comic book, and the back is just some legal jargon, yada yada, right? So this is a nice clasp, as you can see. There is, let's see if the camera can pick it up, tape residue here, here, and here, and then it's the same on both sides. So you have to take all of that off before you can open up this very nice clamshell. Ideally, you want to open it up this way. There we go. And this is taped onto the back, and you can pull the comic book out. Mine was damaged, but that was actually from the before I even opened the package. Come on, show. There you go. This is a reprint of the comic book, but it does still have some advertisements for other comic books in it. It's a good little read. Again, it's only one issue, though, which is fine. And the figure in here, you just peel that back, and you can take that out, and it's in a nice little bit of plastic here, so just pop it out. And here is the figure itself. And it's basically just a smaller version of that one. As far as I know, what they do is they just take the 3D render on their program, whatever they use, and then they just shrink it down, remove some of the articulation, and then re-add the articulation. So this is an old school 5-point articulation style. So it's got head movement, as you can see. It's got a little, it's on a ball joint, so it's got some tilt in it, and it can look up and down. Obviously doesn't have a mouth. The arm, it's on a ball joint, so it can't go up very high, can't go inward very much, but you know, you can twist it fully around. And then the legs here, you know, those go up, and they can go back, but because the wings are in the way, you can't really push it back much further without warping the wings. So, you know, and of course there's no, actually there might be torso swivel. I kind of see, oh, let me see if I can twist this off camera. Oop, oop. You can twist the torso. It's very little, but you can twist it. I don't recommend doing it, though, just because of this particular mold. So I'm going to put him in the plastic, but I am going to move this Page Punchers box to the side. So it's a neat little thing. What I plan on doing is I am going to GalaxyCon again this year, and I'd like Wilfredo to sign the comic book, the original voice of Batman Beyond. So now we can take a look at the 7-inch scale Mcfarlane DC Multiverse figure. Now, one thing I want to point out before I get into it, if you didn't see my short, this does not come with the mouth. This is just a really tiny sticker that I applied. You can see it's peeling off a little bit, but you know, it works, especially from a distance. I think it works very well. It doesn't pick up great on camera. He still doesn't have a nose, but at least he's got his mouth. Let's take a look at this JokerBot Build-A-Figure piece first. So it's just the torso, the hip section, and the head, which is reversible. This is from a comic book store I haven't read called Future's End. Now, it is actually the JokerBot. On the box, it says Batman. So technically, it's both. So if you're looking to collect Batman figures, you're going to want to pick this one up. I don't know how easy it is getting the other three of this particular Build-A-Figure wave: the Batwoman Beyond, the Shriek, Not Unmasked, and the Blight figure. It also comes with a card here. Looks fine. It's all right, I guess. But glad I found that Page Punchers. Oh, and this is just a. It doesn't come with this. What am I thinking of here? This card protector. I just had this lying around, and I was keeping it nice and minty. But now that I have the comic book, anyway, let's look at the box. Box is pretty boring, but that's what I expect from this line. I don't want to have to keep these boxes. Nothing on the top, just some dust. There's your barcode if you're looking for it. This figure came out, I think, in 2021 as the Target exclusive Build-A-Figure wave, but you can see the rest. Pretty good though. It's a box. What do you expect, right? Anyway, now we can take a look at the figure. I've, put it off long enough. So these wings are not supposed to come off. They're supposed to stay on the figure, but with just a little bit of hot water, like a hot water bath, just room temperature hot water is what I would say. Not like boiling, not from the microwave. Just get some hot tap water, fill up a bowl, dip the figure in, and then just basically peel it off from the back. So this is not supposed to come off, but you can extend them like this, and one's on top of the other. So it would look something like that, or let's put that down, more like this, just so you can get an idea. I will put them on him in a minute. Hands wise, he comes with two of these very claw-like open hands, one for each side, and two holding hands for the batarangs, which are more so TV accurate from the cartoon. Those just sit very nicely in the hands, and of course you can do your poses where he's got it holding like this or in the middle like this. So you can do either or. And there's the figure. I do have an issue with the torso on this figure. It may not be apparent, but sometimes this underpiece likes to be to either side, mostly this side. So it looks a little bit uneven, the ab section, but it's not too hard of a fix. It's just trying to get it all lined up is the problem. Oh, it comes with a base too, like every other figure. Proportionally, I think this figure, for a realistic proportion, doesn't work, but for a comic book proportion, I think this is perfectly fine. I feel like his arms are just a touch too long. His shoulders, they're big, but the forearms are a little too small. I think if the forearms were just slightly wider, I'd like this more. I'm not the biggest fan of this style of gauntlet for Batman Beyond. I've always pictured Batman Beyond, futuristic tech, and he doesn't have traditional looking Batman style gauntlets, but this is supposed to be reminiscent of a particular storyline. His belt is also red. Again, it would be all silver, but again, like back there, his is all gray. This one has red in between the sections, so this is based off the one comic book one. And his head sculpt, he does have a mask again. If you want to see what the mask looks like without this added mouthpiece, just go check out the short that I did, how I did this. I like the Batman Beyond logo, but I feel like it's too large on the figure. I feel like this could have been shrunken down just a little bit, because it goes almost all the way out to the edge of where the shoulder cuff is. I'm not a big fan of that. I feel like, the Batman Beyond logo has always been a bit more like small and tall rather than wide and big. Kind of like the BVS logo. This is kind of what that reminds me of. Also, I just want to point out, I got the colors right this time, so this is pretty much what I see in person. The colors really do pop like this. Just that touch of red really works. Legs look good. I actually don't have any problem with these legs. The feet, though. Hold on, let's move that out of the way. The feet, there's some pretty big feet. And while he can stand up well, look at how crazy this toe bend is. Like, goodness, man. What are you doing? That is a nasty looking toe bend. Ay, ay, ay. Someone broke his foot, basically, for that. Reminds me of the Extremis Iron Man that I took a look at like a week or two ago. Anyway, back of the figure. Normally, the back of the figure would look like this. But since I took that off, you can see that there's just a big gape in the back of his back. And yes, this figure is pinned. I know that some people like their figures pinless. As far as I know, there's no truly pinless McFarlane Toys figure from this line. The Mr. Freeze has covers rather than it being truly pinless. Now, just so you can see, I am going to put on the wings for this. And if you notice, on the gauntlets, there's little cutouts there, and there's holes on the wings, and you can just shove that in there. And shove that in there. And, you can get him into a flight pose. This figure doesn't come with the flight stand or the rocket trails or the effect pieces that would make it look like he's actually flying. But, you can have him glide. On camera, his wings look a little bit darker. That's just an optical illusion from the red background. On camera, it's a bit more what it actually is supposed to look like. The reds don't match from the here to there, but they blend well enough. I'm going to go ahead and take these wings off, which it's very easy. Just pop them off like this, and you're done. Let's go ahead and take a look at him next to some size comparisons. I only have 2 Mcfarlane Toys figures to compare him to really quickly within reach. We have the Unmasked Shriek. Hopefully I can complete this Build-A-Figure, although I'm not too annoyed about doing that. But looks good next to one of his villains. Let's center him a little more. That's better. And we'll move him like there. Alright, next up we have Karen Atrocitus. We'll stick him in the very back. So yeah, he looks pretty good next to, Atrocitus.
I would like to speak to your manager.
Anyway, let's look at, let's see, which one do we want to do next? We have, alright, let's do this one. Jaded Toys? No, wait, what was this one? Jazzwares. Jazzwares, Spartan Yoroi. They're actually pretty close in scale. Batman's just a little taller with the ears. And then we have Elite Drew McIntyre. Oh, let's bring the page punchers up front a little bit. Well, let's stick him here. Okay, good. He's going to stay. And then let's get our, if I can reach it, Amanda Connor black and white Batman statue. We have our G.I. Joe Classified Tiger Force Outback. We got our Marvel Legends Extremis Iron Man. We got my Gundam Wing model kit. I forgot to show that in the last couple reviews. Oop, hold on. Gotta go grab a figure off my shelf. He'll be fine. I'm sure you guys heard that fall. There we go. Power Rangers Lightning Collection. Dino Thunder Black. Very happy with these Batman Beyonds. And we'll throw in Spartan Mark 7 before I forget. I really like the page punchers. I'm actually quite surprised at how much I like that. The clamshell packaging, it's very easy to see. And if you have a particular actor or comic book artist you want to have sign something, it's a very nice clamshell. I hope companies do more clamshells like this. For the Mcfarlane DC Multiverse 7-inch figure, I like that one as well. I do wish that it had an alternate head for the lips, but there is an alternate one you can buy, which has the effect pieces and the flight stand. So if you want to get that one, good luck. I was trying to find a very cheap one. I think you might be able to get it on Big Bad, although it might be sold out. Try Entertainment Earth. If anything, just go on Amazon. You'll probably find it for like $30, $40. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of the Batman Beyond Build-A-Figure version. Be sure to leave a like on the video, comment, subscribe. It all helps out. And as always, peace.